like your horse, you can give commands to D-Dog as well. He'll normally follow you around. You can also make him wait somewhere or lure an enemy by barking at him. Or you can sick him on the enemy to slow him down. Develop new gear just for him, and I'm sure he'll be capable of even more damage.
Please select a mission. Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan. Deploying.
I know you're an expert when it comes to solo infiltrations, but now you have buddies who will fight alongside you. Use your iDroid to deploy them whenever you like. The role of your buddies is to support you during missions. There's more than one way for them to do that. To get the most out of a buddy's abilities, you need to give the right order for the situation.
Detected. Your map has been updated. Please select a mission. Marker placed.
КП-939. Потерял противника из вида. Последние точки соприкосновения. Прием! Это КП, понял. Обследуйте сектор.
Enemy
Но осторожно.
presence detected.
Конец связи.
The map has been updated.
КП, это СО-1. Противник ушел из виду. Собираемся обыскать местность. Прием! Это КП, понял. Обыщите каждый угол. Они где-то здесь. Конец связи. Штаб, это КП. По нам велся огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ, но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Прием!
Clouds approaching. You have arrived at your destination.
КП, это ЗО-4. Мы осмотрели сектор, ничего не нашли. Отзываем поиск. Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте наготове. Конец связи.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
That's the target. I remember him. He was off base during the attack 9 years ago. Bring him home, boss.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. completed. Side ops list
Subject
updated.
on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Analysis complete. Marker placed.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Caution. Sandstorm approaching. Side ops list updated. Marker placed.
You were hospitalized in Dekelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why Dekelia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto. Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy? Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead. He said I was in a British military hospital. But the doctor had a Greek accent. They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Dekelia is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all. What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south. Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established. And Dekelia sits right on top of it. It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around. So how do things stand? Last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America, they all had their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like death, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames, and then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different.
Complete. Analysis complete.
You're up. We're changing ships? We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler. The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it? Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We're going to transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan, Afghanistan's neighbor to the south. There we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line, the border. We'll travel to the Khyber Pass by road. And then? We continue on horseback. Afghanistan's main roads are under Soviet control. We'll need to go around them. It'll be all narrow, winding paths through the mountains. We'll do better on horseback. It's a local guerrilla tactic. They use the higher ridges to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes. The Soviets still haven't devised a counter-strategy. Our time frame is only half as much as we really need. It's gonna be a tough march. Better horses than boats. Well, it'll make for good physiotherapy. Take the time to get used to that new arm.
While the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles Olympics, primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes, the United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation for the Western nations' boycott of the previous Moscow Olympics. That concludes today's news.
That's quite some news. The Soviet Union not attending the LA Olympics? Yeah, Andropov's death has changed some things. They're calling it revenge for the Western boycott of the Moscow Olympics.
Countries boycotted the Moscow Olympics.
Yes, in protest of the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. Over 50 countries were absent. It's too bad I didn't get to see Yamashita's judo. When the 40th Army crossed the Amu River 4 years ago, détente went right out the window. The U.S. Congress chose not to ratify SALT II, and Reagan's hardline politics won him the presidency in a landslide. According to him, the Soviet Union's an evil empire.
The Second Cold War.
And there's been no end to regional conflicts and civil wars. Lebanon, the Falklands, Grenada, Iran, Iraq. The story never changes. Egypt and Israel did sign a peace treaty. But then the driving force on the Egyptian side, President Sadat, was assassinated afterward. Apparently, his actions were considered a betrayal of his fellow Arabs.
Islamic extremists.
Yes, fundamentalist extremists have been responsible for some bold acts of terrorism in recent years. We've had extremist students in Iran take U.S. embassy workers hostage.
You gotta extract him.
In Lebanon. Over 300 foreign soldiers stationed there have been killed. The countries have yet to develop an effective means of dealing with terrorism. Afraid of losing their own men, they've pulled their forces out, handing private forces a golden opportunity.
Private forces.
Small armies with no national affiliation.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
That's right, they got the idea from you. After Mother Base went down, they began spreading to meet the soaring demand. Miller's organization is just one of many PFs now. The entire world is...
He's coming too. Roger that.
At the same time, it needs you too. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation.
I remember, but...
I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now. But this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men, basically mercenaries. Miller was among them. Miller was trying to find a way to turn his and your talents into a line of work. He was looking to start a business where you would fight on behalf of others around the world, those who needed military force. But the reality was, at that time, you didn't have enough gear to equip your own men. Then Miller came across this client. It was a huge job he was offering, but you had a shot at pulling it off. You accepted it and headed into Costa Rica. The client even threw in an offshore facility in the Caribbean. The Mother Base, that would be your new base of operations. Miller sure did have a head for business. As your mission went on, your unit grew and grew. More weapons, more money. Before you knew it, you were commanding 300 men. As the organization got bigger, your military powers swelled to match. It got so the international community couldn't afford to ignore you. You were just too damn successful for your own good. You, your men, had worn out your welcome. Everyone was out for you. East, West, First World, Third. It was only a matter of time before someone took you down. And that was XOF. Officially, they're an anti-terror unit under the CIA. In reality, they're Cypher's private strike force. They lured you to Cuba using Chico, the Nicaraguan revolutionary kid, and Paz, a mole who worked for Cypher as bait. While you were gone, XOF, posing as a nuclear inspection team, stormed Mother Base. At the same time, C4 they placed on the strut legs went off. The whole thing went down in minutes. XOF. Kisses and hugs, followed by a big F you. All because of Miller's blind spot. A back door into Mother Base no one suspected. You remember a certain scientist? Huey was responsible for bringing the inspection team on board, giving the enemy a perfect opportunity to hit you at home. You were returning from Cuba when it happened. Mother Base came damn close to taking you with it into the Caribbean. Those of your men out on assignment returned right away. They refused to believe the wreckage in the water they found was Mother Base. But they checked the coordinates again and again. until reality finally settled in. You were supposed to die that day. That was XOF's primary objective. As far as most folks know, you did. The first doctor to see you wasn't even sure what he was looking at. Before they'd even finished operating, your men moved you to that hospital in Cyprus. It was a woman named Eva who arranged that. Rings a bell, huh? Most men in your condition would have been written off right from the start. But you survived. You went straight down to hell, and they pulled you out. Your eye wide open. Full of venom. The days of naked Snake are long gone. Welcome back, Venom Snake. This world still needs you. Here, Snake, try this on. A prosthetic arm. Yeah, Miller was calling it the arm that wasn't there. The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough for it to fit. There. Perfect. A little time with it, and it'll work better than the real thing. What do you think?
I can still feel my real arm.
Well, you better get used to this one quick. You have any pain?
Every now and then.
Where?
My fingertips. My left fingertips.
Sounds like phantom pain. Your brain still remembers your old hand.
Yeah.
What about your vision? Can you see okay?
Yeah, at the moment.
The shrapnel in your skull is pressing on your optic nerve. I'm told any hard impact could have an effect on your visual cortex.
Yeah. The doctor mentioned that.
Your brain might process visual information incorrectly. In other words, you could have hallucinations. You might see things that aren't there, or not see things as they really are. You experience any of that?
I think so.
When?
Right after I wake up. Colors look faded.
Colors, huh? Well, that's not a major concern in and of itself, but it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that.
I will.
All right. You should continue your physio. We'll be arriving soon. It's the last chance you'll get.
Kaz, what about the unit that attacked us in the mist? You knew something about them.
That wasn't my first run-in with them. It happened right before I was captured by the Soviets. We were on the zero line that day, the Afghan side, on our way back from training the Mujahideen at a mountain camp in Kunar province. There's a lot of that work in Afghanistan. Most PFs shy away from it because it draws too much attention. But for us, that was the whole point. The job itself went great. We just had to make it back to a tribal area in Pakistan. But all of a sudden, visibility got real bad. It was no sandstorm. Our point man gave this strange report. He said he could see skulls in the mist.
Skulls?
The next moment, he went silent. We scrambled into formation, right before his arms and legs came raining down on us. It was always supposed to be a dangerous mission, so I had Diamond Dog's very best with me. We were calling out to each other. And one by one, the voices just went dead. Whatever happened to me, I lost consciousness before I knew it. When I came to, I was in a Soviet camp, tied to an interrogation chair.
Could they be some new Spetsnaz unit?
No. The ones that interrogated me were just the average rank and file. Whatever group attacked us, the way they moved was just insane. And that mist, appearing out of nowhere. The Soviets don't have tech like that.
If they did, Ocelot would have heard about it.
I doubt the West does either. Otherwise, the folks at Langley would be sleeping a lot easier.
Why'd they come after you?
Wish I knew. I'm the only one who survived. Though I don't think they planned it that way. If I was their target, they wouldn't have just handed me over to the 40th Army. Whatever the case, we need to watch our step until we know who they really are. And boss, if you ever do run into them again, don't try to take them on. You just get the hell out of there. When I first started dealing with Zero, with Cypher, it was a somewhat parasitic relationship. Though, a mutually beneficial one. Cypher had no army of their own, so they wanted us. They wanted our strength. They approached me as a potential business partner.
But they had other motives.
Cypher coaxed us Central America into that U.S.-Soviet proxy war to fuel Mother Base's growth. Once we were big enough, they'd force us to join them. That was the plan.
That's why they had Paz, still Zeke.
Right. And if we refused, she would use Zeke to fire a nuke from Mother Base. The world would consider us a liability, and countries would unite to destroy us.
We stopped the launch.
And yet they still took us down. Through that fake inspection they orchestrated to cover up their sabotage. That power Cypher wanted.
You gotta extract him.
Don't have it anymore.
Analysis
So why are they still
complete.
after you? Is it just the fear of leaving you alive?
Analysis
I don't know.
complete.
Was Zero really...
Analysis complete.
All I know is the man I knew wouldn't want this.
What do you mean?
We have to consider that it might not be Zero we're dealing with.
We know virtually nothing about Cypher anymore.
Momentarily.
How big they've gotten, what they want, or even who they really are. The new Mother Base started out as a test drilling rig operated by a mineral resources supplier, but their project fell through. The
Analysis
Seychelles government was
complete.
happy to hand the place over to us. It was just scrap on stilts. So with a few dummy construction companies set up as fronts, we started renovating the half-finished rig. From the outside, it looked like the project was back on rails.
Kaz, you...
What?
I see what you're doing. Recreating the Mother Base we had 9 years ago. Only this time.
That's right. The Mother Base Cypher thought they destroyed will return from the grave to kill them. We'll prove to the world that we were the victors.
And if we lose again?
They can't fool us the same way twice. Now our enemies are in plain sight. And when our organization gets too big, we split it across companies. Any company that draws attention gets liquidated, and its capital is back-channeled into a new company. Most PFs are small-time operations anyway. And in this business, the minnows go bankrupt all the time.
Complete.
We've never aroused suspicion. Plus, we have Hewick.
Hewick?
Human Exploitation Company. It's a business specializing in intel gathering. Think of it as a civilian intelligence agency.
Kaz, that's...
Remember what they were trying to accomplish at the prison facility in Cuba? That gave me the idea. We dispatch moles into conflict zones around the world, and each sets up an intel network on site. Then they stay in place to give us stable points of contact when other nations intervene in the conflicts. Is that it has a cutout at each level. You get your job from one guy, then you hand it off to another. No one has direct access. It's a perfect black box. Hewick members also work their way into the superpowers intelligence agencies to make sure Diamond Dogs gets work. We have those countries by the balls. That's our deterrent when we need it.
networking. In the intelligence community?
Sure, that's how we've grown this far. When you go out on missions, intel from Hewick will be there to back you up. But despite all that, Cypher has its eyes on us. The only reason I'm not dead is that they needed to know where you were. Figured if you woke up...
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Suckers at the zero line.
Yeah, to make their own surveillance work against them. I think it took some of the heat off Cyprus.
Kaz.
Then I just had to wait for you to save me. And I've gotten used to waiting.
Kaz.
That's not all. It was a good chance to scout the market. And with the West wanting the Soviets out of Afghanistan, their agencies are bursting at the seams with funding. Boss, let's start by building up our Afghan presence.
just isn't skilled enough. If you want to increase the success rate of Fulton extractions in bad weather, you need to improve the support unit.
Talk. Where are
The
your...
map has been updated.
You gotta extract him. Boss, get down. The enemy's sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Analysis complete. Marker placed. Order placed.
Перемещаюсь по следу известной позиции. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Будьте очень внимательны. Реагируйте на каждое движение.
Enemy
Конец
presence
связи.
detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
КП, это зона 4. Никаких признаков противника. Обыскиваю местность. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Они не могли уйти далеко. Будьте бдительны. Конец связи.
Analysis complete.
Это зона 2. Никаких признаков врага. Отзываем поиск. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Оставайтесь на чеку. Конец связи.
Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
rest to us.
You have arrived at your destination.
Roger that.
Come here,
map has been updated. Analysis complete. Sun will rise.
Subject on
Analysis
board.
complete.
Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Talk. Where are your friends? Where are the others?
The map has been updated. Caution. Sandstorm approaching.
You gotta extract him.
Что вырубил? Скорее всего, противник. Делание поиском. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Возможно, это вражеское нападение. Всем быть начеку. Конец связи. КП, это Дмитрий-2. Одного из наших вырубили. Прием. Это КП. Понял. На нас напали. Всем подразделениям. Боевую готовность. Конец связи.
Guard post captured.
КП! КП! На меня напали! Похоже, на базе противник. Не заняться его поисками? Прием! Связи. Всем боевым группам! Это КП! На нас напали! Всем подразделениям занять боевые позиции!
Extraction failed.
Укройте меня!
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake? Snake!
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Talk.
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Spit it out. Where are the others? Where are your friends?
The map has been updated. Sun will rise momentarily.
You gotta extract him.
Analysis complete.
Spit it out. Where are your friends? Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Caution, sandstorm approaching.
Когда-нибудь обходили электростанцию с другой стороны?
Нет, она всегда закрыта.
За ворот огромная пещера. Ясно? Она тянется до самого объекта в горах.
Значит, за руководство объекта нужна безопасная транспортная магистраль.
Extractions in bad weather. You need to improve the support unit.
Extraction failed.
Looks like that fall killed him. You gotta extract him.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Потерял визуальный контакт. Перемещаюсь к последней известной позиции. Прием! Это КП, понял. Обследуйте сектор. Но осторожно. Конец связи.
Guard post captured.
далеко. Будьте бдительны. Конец связи. Штаб, это КП. Понадобился огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ, но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Прием.
Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
КП, своя один. Вы закончили поиски. Никто не обнаружен. Прием. Это КП, понял. Не расслабляйтесь. Они еще могут быть рядом. Конец связи.
He's coming too. Roger that. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Только что слышал странный шум. Направляюсь, чтобы разобраться. Прием. Это КП, понял. Будь осторожен. Конец связи.
Talk. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Analysis complete.
Extract him.
Spit it out. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete.
Extract him.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
КП, это зона 4. Никаких признаков противника. Обыскиваю местность. Прием. Это КП, понял. Следите за ними. Не позволяйте им ходить с фланга. Конец связи.
No good, boss. Attacking like that won't cut it. Aim somewhere else. Or change to a different weapon. subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
КП, запретите! Мы осмотрели сектор, ничего не нашли. Отзываем поиск. Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте бдительны. Не позволяйте им напасть на вас. Конец связи.
Help! Help!
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Caution, sandstorm approaching. You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
to us.
Отправить помощь! Конец связи!
Extraction failed.
Looks like that fall killed him. He's coming too. Roger that.
Outpost captured.
If he's on the brink of death, it's hard to say whether he'll survive a Fulton extraction. If you have to extract someone who's on the verge of death, you better use the
Extraction
chopper.
failed.
But if you're gonna carry them, put them to sleep first. You won't get far if you have to fight them every step. The soldier you extracted, he was dead on arrival. What a waste.
Side ops list updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Всем боевым группам! Это кафе! Мы вступили в схватку с противником! Всем боевым единицам приготовиться к бою! Это кафе! Понял! Всем с постов! Срочно пришлите подкрепление! Конец связи! КП, это зона 4! Потерял визуальный контакт! Перемещаюсь на связи с позицией! Будьте начеку и найдите противника! Конец связи!
Marker placed. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
You gonna extract him? Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.